Dressing up as eagles and we're gonna go eat RXD. I have no personality and I make fun of others for theirs. This entire thing is really cringe. Alright, let's sit down. We all know TikTok to be an unforgiving, rather unwelcome place for the alternative community. I mean, even the alternative community over on that app hates on their own people all the time. I'm better than you because I have thousands of dollars in the bank account to buy every single goth thing ever. Copy paste goth, Shein alt. We're now seeing a trend on the horizon making fun of goths and emos alike, since people outside of these communities already see us as laughing stocks to begin with, not people to take seriously, because look at them, they look weird. In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in and I don't want to fit in. Like, I know that is how I am coming across at the moment, okay? Us cornballs unite. Start digging in your butt, twin. Now, all jokes aside, I don't necessarily have a problem with people making fun of alternative people or basics. It's when you're trying to put yourself above other people just based on what you like as a person is where I have a problem. You can point the finger at me and be like, haha, you're evil and dark. As if you can't make fun of yourself, life really ain't all that fun. However, 5 months ago, I did a video that wasn't very popular with my audience because it was defending the basics. No! It was a video defending, for the lack of a better term, normies for supposedly not having style because they aren't goth. And I don't believe in that. I don't think it makes you any more deep of a person, any better of a person because you're goth or you're emo or you're alternative. Like, it is really just another box that people put themselves inside of. As if you have seen anything about alternative TikTok, you have to meet every single one of their guidelines down to the way you dress, because apparently if you don't have white face paint on and black lipstick, you aren't goth. You see how that sounds? But I feel like this goes both ways. Treating somebody as though they are a costume because they're a bit different than you and your friends is really cringy, to say the very least. Overreaction, final boss. Oh my god, drama queen, it really isn't that deep. Well, it kinda is. You told me think about it, well, I did. Now I don't wanna feel a thing anymore. I'm tired of It's kinda just like, if you're gonna come out here and mock emo people, I mean, at least try and dress like them. And I'm not gonna say right off the bat that these people aren't emo because they're dressing a little bit minimal, a little bit clean emo here, as whatever subculture that you identify with has no dress code whatsoever, unlike some people who are on alternative TikTok love to say. But definitely got a good laugh with them, worth it. But what's so funny though, like, where exactly is the punchline? Is the joke here with us? Because I can't see it. I know I may be blind in my left eye, but where? Y'all love to make fun of, mock, and bully alternative people, but once it's done to you guys, which, just by the way, I am not advocating for, suddenly it's a problem. Like, honestly, it kind of makes me embarrassed that I did a video 5 months ago defending people like this. I mean, not people who are making fun of alternative people, that's for sure, but I'm kind of just sat here like, okay, so now it's popular again to bully alternative people because apparently it's funny, but I can't see the funny. I got a lot of hate for defending the quote normies because in comparison, they do not get harassed. They do not get hated on as much as alternative people do. Now, I'm not going to go back on anything that I said in that video because I still stand by it. I still think that you should not make fun of people for the way they dress, whether it be a hood rich hoodie and some ugly ass TNs. Yeah, ugly to me. Ugly to me! Or you're rocking an MCR shirt with half of your hair covering your face. I can't even tell what you look like. I think it's totally fine because that is who you are, and expressing yourself isn't just being alternative. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm kind of just mad at the moment because people who are actually alternative, who live by this do them every single day and they step foot out into public, you know, we get harassed. We get our shit rocked verbally. I just want to quickly tell you guys about the most recent instance for me. So one of my best friends and myself went to go walk to Woolies to grab shit for dinner because it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock and we hadn't eaten yet and I get hungry. And it's only a short walk, so I was not expecting people to act this way, but we're almost at Woolworths and I kid you not, there is a car that stops at the lights, winds down their windows and screams out, "Ew, EMOS, ew!" And it was some of the most like Disney high school bully shit I have ever seen. Like, it was genuinely so embarrassing. What do you know? I didn't think it was going to happen again because it happened once. It happened twice? What? So we're walking our little butts back and suddenly there is a car that passes us, slows down, winds down its windows and says some things that I would prefer to not repeat here on this channel. When people get upset about shit like this, it's because we have had to experience such vitriolic reactions from people for looking a different way. And it, like, we thought we went out looking a bit basic that night, you know? So, I mean, you gotta laugh, otherwise you're just gonna cry. And there's no reason to cry because people are just going to be absolute assholes and I don't really give a fuck. Like, you're out here winding down your window and saying shit to me, somebody who's out here living my life, okay? Like, embarrassing. And like I said, this isn't the first time this shit has happened to me. And I'm sure so many people at home can relate to that as well. So yeah, it is really that deep. People in the comments were defending the original poster from scary emos, taking issue with the TikTok. One person responds with, "There are way bigger issues in the world. Somebody going out as emo in public isn't that serious." Hey, so like, I am very tired of this response. There are bigger issues in the world. Yeah, that's technically true, but you are also minimizing people's real ass feelings towards the situation because yeah, it is a problem because whenever you make fun of the, you know, again, for lack of a better term, basics, they have a problem with it. But suddenly it's something completely different because it's like, no, but guys, you don't understand, like emos, haha, funny, right? Emos sad, angry, want to cut themselves? Obviously, I'm not going to show this TikTok in this video, but somebody took a knife and put it to their wrist. So, not to be silly or anything, but that's just not what you use to do it, love. Yeah, people are gonna have an issue with that and take issue with that because as somebody who throughout my teenage years struggled with self-harm, I don't really find that funny, man, because it's always the same people who were bullying the f out of alternative people in school. It's suddenly a costume for them. I also automatically ignore people whenever they are to overuse the term, "It's not that serious." Like, tell me you don't have empathy without telling me. Just because it isn't that serious to you doesn't automatically wipe it away of the seriousness that it holds to many other people. They aren't just dressing up as emos in public. They are quite literally mocking people who are different to them because it is such easy low-hanging fruit. 80% of this TikToker's comments under this video were completely oblivious as to why people have a problem with it. It's completely one thing to hold your own personal opinion that you think emos are cringe. Honestly, I really don't care. Everyone's a little cringe, even me. But to be cringe is to be free. But it's a whole other thing when you're publicly making fun of people for existing. Because it's like, you guys act like emos aren't out here eating a burger like you at a restaurant too. But it's that people have to hide themselves. People have to really wash down and dilute themselves to the public so that they aren't uncomfortable by a satanic sad emo. Get it, guys? Because e-girl makeup and black clothing? Like, you just know these people have probably bullied alternative people in school for the way that they looked, for the way that they expressed themselves, but it's so fun and tee-hee, ha-ha to go out to a really nice restaurant and look like the emos. I know that I'm sounding like the friend that is too woke because anybody on social media hears somebody who has a passionate opinion and they're just like, it's really not that serious. It's really not that serious, drama queen. Like, there are bigger things happening in this world. But I genuinely think that this is a very stupid trend to be participating in. If it was the other way around, people would be so upset, and rightfully so. You should not be mocking people just for the way they choose to express themselves. And just by the way, everybody in this video so far has done a really shit job at it. I don't know about anybody else, but I wouldn't even be as mad if they put a little effort in, but none of them do. Y'all don't got the sauce like that. There is no swag. Like, y'all never been the no swag allegations. That was just a joke. Chill out. Chill. It's showing the complete lack of knowledge towards these subcultures and feeding into the stereotypes that mainstream media perpetuates. Emo is when you're sad face and eyeliner. Like, it's just, what are we doing here? It's gotten to a point. What if I said people are allowed to try dressing in a different style than what they usually wear for fun? But you're missing so much context here. It isn't for fun. It's to make fun of people that they don't like simply because they're different from them. Nobody is saying that these people aren't allowed to dress different for a day and try some heavier makeup and a look that they have never done before. It's not in their repertoire. Hell, you can even continue to make these videos for all I care. But none of this goes without criticism. I have faced real life harassment simply because I step outside as myself. People who dared to go out into public being themselves are no longer here with us today. Rest in peace, Sophie Lancaster. If you don't know about her story, I really encourage you to read up on that and you'll understand why I feel so, like, I have such a visceral reaction towards this trend, because it's kind of just like, when will it end? Everybody is such boring, uninteresting that they have to resort to making fun of people who look different to them. Like, it is genuinely so childish, dude. It goes a lot deeper than people making dumbass videos on TikTok wearing black Lululemons and e-girl makeup. Y'all think it's a joke, but it's hard to exist in the real world, and I know this is gonna sound corny to some people, as different than the norm. People feel way too comfortable making fun of alternative people because to them, it's an absolutely hilarious joke. You have people out here who take photos of strangers out in public because, again, they look a little bit different from the norm. So we've got to make fun of them. We got to get on TikTok. We got to post these videos that we took behind this person's back because different. It's why people are so misinformed about so many different alternative subcultures, because to them, it just boils down to a fashion, like we're seeing here.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
It'd be so embarrassing if you guys were real emos, am I right? I have come to the conclusion that this trend is made up of the most boring, uninteresting, annoying people, as it's like, I have been super critical here on my channel of alternative people being bad people, being bad actors. I don't use the word poser because, you know, I'm not the goth police, but if it was a case of dressing like a basic normie to go out and eat with my friends, I would be sat in the same chair, making the same video, criticizing the same people who think that they're better than somebody because those people are different. Like, it just fascinates me how human beings will try their hardest to put themselves above other people, all because their interests differ. I wouldn't have really had a problem with this trend to begin with had these people not done such cringy, exaggerated looks. Oh my god, the group of people that I'm making fun of take issue with this?
Let me just prove their point by liking all the mean comments about them. Emo.
Like, I just can't imagine dressing up as a group of people, completely butchering it, not putting any real f***ing effort in, and posting it for the entire world to also mock the same said group of people alongside with me. So with all of that being said, everybody, I couldn't keep my mouth shut about this really, because it's just another instance where alternative people are mocked for just being different. Just one of the most embarrassing things that I have seen in a long time coming out of TikTok, besides the whole Gen Z stare shit. Like, y'all are lying. But what are your thoughts and opinions? Let me know down in the comments section below. I would love to hear your story with this, because I know that I have such a large portion of alternative people who have been harassed, who have been bullied and mocked. Again, all because they're different. Or if you'd like to email me about your experience, head over to dramakweensubmissions@gmail.com. I am also going to be linking my second channel down in the description box of this video. I am going to be uploading a video later this week on how to DIY your own band tees. But I also really want to go into depth further with this topic, because I know after I post this video, so many people are going to have a story sent to me, and I want to touch on more of my experience being a goth out in public and how I have been treated due to that. And unfortunately, like, it has made me sometimes not want to go out into public at all. Like myself, I'll just put on a band tee and some jeans and call it a day, because sometimes it gets a little bit exhausting having to deal with people who are mentally deficient. So with all of that being said, everybody, I'll leave that to the second channel. Thank you for your stay at Yappersville today, everybody. I hope to see you all again soon. Take care of yourselves, and most of all, love your fucking selves.